Hello YouTube, Luigi here. This is going to be really short. You know, about 2 weeks ago I showed you this brand new flashlight, this one, the Coast G45. You can see it's got a 385 lumen. It only had one mode, it didn't have a high and a low, and 550 foot range, in what they call a bullseye spot. It takes 3 AAAs. But I discovered later it only had a runtime of 1 hour. And for some reason I allowed that to bother me, and I said, well, 1 hour is not acceptable. I have to buy a new one, right? Any excuse for another flashlight, right? Well, that's really not the only reason. The really sad, horrible, and embarrassing truth is I lost this flashlight 2 days after it arrived. I mean, I never even got to take it outside and use it. It was like... I don't know. I live in a very small apartment, and I have this standing rule: if you can't find something, look on the floor, because that's where it is 99% of the time. Well, I tore this place apart. I tore the car apart. I was carrying it in a belt sheath, a snap-on, you know, not a loop through, but a snap-on belt sheath that had a lot of compression on that clip. I don't think it could have possibly fallen off my belt. Even if it did something this heavy, I would have heard it as it hit the floor. So I don't know. I'm still holding out hope that it'll show up, but you know, I wanted to replace it. So I did, but I wanted to go for more than 1 hour runtime. So I find this, the Coast G32. It's got a 355 foot lumens, not that far off the 385 with the other one, a 433 foot range. It has 2 modes, a bullseye spot, and by twisting the bevel you can get a what they call a flood. It has a high, here's the high beam, there's the low beam. And if I go back to high, if I twist this bevel, that spot goes into a very wide beam flood, or you can adjustably focus it down to any diameter spot you want. It has a much longer runtime. I don't have that data in front of me because it's not important. The numbers aren't important here, but I will say this, and perhaps some of you people who understand Coast products better than I do can help me out. And this is true of both of these. When I read the specs on this, the runtime, the lumens, the throw, the battery life, everything, at the website, the Coast website, it's one thing. If I find this on eBay or Amazon and read that description, it is fractionally less. And I mean less than half of what the manufacturer is saying. So I'm saying, what are these, like knockoffs? They're just not as good as the one the manufacturer is selling. And the same is true of this one. I found the same statistical specification discrepancy at other sites other than Coast on this light as in this one. And I'm wondering, what is that about? So I would spend more to get better, I think, from the Coast website. I know I was paying more at the home website. Excuse me, because I didn't like the numbers on the other websites. So if any of you know, can put that mystery to bed for me. I don't understand it. I know I like the product. It's very well ruggedly built. They say you run a truck over these things, and I believe it. The knurling is magnificent, good feel. It's got a clip, as you can see, and the buttons on this end. It'll stand up in either way. Stand up like that, and that'll a little wobbly on that button. Stand up like that. Okay, I'm showing you my Coast G32, which is a sorrowful replacement for the G45, and I know that TSG, the shooting guy, is gonna give me some flack about this because he warned me very specifically about catching the flashlight bug, and I cannot afford another collecting addiction, compulsion. All right, God bless you all. I love you. Take good care. Bye-bye.